Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Independent Unity Entertainment Channel. I'm your host, Johnny, and today we are going to be doing something entirely different. That's correct. I told everybody in the community chat, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I did the High REN song much justice in the reaction I did to it over a month ago. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to do a review because I know so much more now than I used to then. And this song is a masterpiece. And I want to give it the credit where credit's due. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do something different. We're going to review it this time. Guys, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Like, comment, and share this to all your friends. We are on the road to 1K. Yo, we're getting closer every day. And that's just not me rhyming. That's like a fact. So, we're going to be breaking this down into parts. I'm going to separate it into 3 different parts. We're going to do the beginning, we're going to do the middle, and then we're going to do the ending. Right now, this is the beginning. This is going to be the whole video, by the way. We're doing the whole song, so get ready, get some popcorn, let's go. Now, this part right here, I didn't really think much of this particular part. After hearing the song, though, what I get from this particular scene, the guy in the pig mask, bringing him in, he's in a wheelchair, he's supposed to be like in an insane asylum, right? This guy right here represents the pig guy. He's basically bringing Ren in to slaughter him. In my opinion, this is what it means. The pig guy's bringing Ren to be slaughtered. Because he's in a mental institution. He's treating him like he's a piece of meat, right? So that's what I get from that particular visual. We'll continue. And right here, this beginning, and the first reaction I did, I was like, it sounds like a Mexican style guitar. Wrong. This is what you call classical guitar. Was unaware of that. Also, I did not realize that his guitar is plugged in. He has a microphone on his neck. This is live. This entire scene here, he's playing this completely live. No cuts, no edits, nothing. So this is pretty amazing right here. And then he stops there and he starts the actual rhythm. Dun, 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 dun. And so, he's going to begin the song here. But that beginning, that solo, pretty epic, man. Pretty epic. And this part right here, I feel like Ren's showcasing his ability to use his vocals. And at the beginning of the song especially, he wants to bring the audience in. He wants the audience to be compelled to keep watching. And this definitely did that for me.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky.
Right, so now this is the evil side of Ren. This is his side that's telling him the negative things in life, that he's not good enough, he's never going to be good. You notice the voice, it's a different voice. It's very kind of ghoulish in a way. And the faces are very intense, more intense so than what he's about to do when he begins actually talking back to this ghoulish, angry, evil side of him.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery.
And you notice the lights begin to flicker in the background. So that's how you know this. A lot of people that study religious aspects of things, when it comes to angels and demons, demonic forces tend to make lights flicker. It's something they like to do. It's a way to let you know they're there. Poltergeists, other types of ghosts, so to say, like to make the lights flicker. It's the energy in the room. So that's why when you notice that he's being this evil, ghoulish character, the lights are flickering. They begin to flicker immediately when it starts to talk.
Didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
So it's very angry talking to him, right? You can tell. It's like, I am the shepherd, you're the sheep. It's not your place to lead me. Don't, bite off the hand that feeds me, kind of thing. He's letting them know, I'm in control, you're not in control. Who do you think you are? You're nobody, Ren, right? So that's him getting set up for that.
No, you need me, you're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant.
Notice how the lights don't flicker like in this particular area, like I was saying before. This is Ren's good side, Ren's normal side. Speaking back to this evil creature who's downing him every chance he gets.
Place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that
and the way it comes, it's like, Ren, you sound more insane than I do. It's just like this creepy, ghoulish voice. And it's kind of like trying to talk him out of his, the way he's sitting there trying to be positive. He's trying to talk him out of that, and he's trying to bring him back down to, quote-unquote, earth with basically just dissing him to his face. It's really the way.
Man, I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
And see, the thing about this particular evil voice is sometimes some of the things it says, it's not wrong. It's like, oh yeah, follow this 10-step program, take another pill, drown yourself in white noise, you stupid boy. It's just some of what the evil side's saying has some truth to it. It's not all just lies. And that's what makes this song, it's kind of like he's balancing between good and evil. The only thing is the evil is not just saying complete nonsense. Some of what it's saying is true, right? And that's kind of hurtful. But sometimes the truth hurts. But anyways, continue.
I noise, follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
Right. He's saying, look, man, my music's starting to do bits now, meaning it's starting to make some noise, make some waves. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I really don't need you anymore, right? And the other side's like, well, I don't know, Ren. You kind of got really far in life using my side to make your music, right? So this is where it's going to continue.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you want to kill me. I'm not.
And now he's saying that basically he's not just the evil side, he's part of him. I'm part of you, Ren. And if you're going to kill me, you got to kill you. And sometimes this is the truth. This is truth in every aspect of life. We have good and we have evil inside of all of us. Every single one of us has a good and bad side. Trust me, we all know that. We all say to a lot of people, trust me, you don't want to see my bad side, right? A lot of people have that side to them that they don't want to show the world because they're embarrassed of it, because they know it can get pretty mean. This is the mean side, the mean, unapologetic, truth-telling side. And at some points, the truth-telling is distorted with lies, as most evil things are, right? But you can't cross out everything the evil side says, because some of it's true. Sorry, let me go on.
Not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, And the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
See, that right there, that's his normal side talking back, and there's truth in what he just said. He's like, the radio doesn't even play my songs. Why would I be concerned about making a hook that's going to be so great the radio wants to play it over and over again? They're not going to. I don't chase the numbers or the stats. He's like, what really makes me happy is the fact that people listen to it and it gives me a purpose in life, right? Because that's what everybody's really looking for in this life is purpose. Everybody wants to find what is my purpose. Well, with REN music, he's found to be his purpose. And it's something he can rest in and become content on because it makes him happy. This voice, though, is like, well, yeah, but you're not the greatest musician in the world. Blah, blah, blah. And he's just, this is where you need to tell that voice to shut the hell up, right? This is the point where you need to be like, okay, got it, right? But it keeps on talking.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not.
See, here's the truth coming back to... Ooh, knocked over my bottle of water. Here's the truth coming back to fruition. He's saying, yo, man, you want to be the next Jimi Hendrix. And he's like, nah, man, it's not like that. He's like, I'm inside you. It's just like that. Let's be fair here. Let's be real with ourselves. Whenever you get in the music industry, whenever you become a rapper, whenever you become a rock star, whatever it is you want to be, you're always chasing something. And this is true. He said, you want to be the next Jimi Hendrix. Well, the way he plays guitar, REN does play guitar a little bit like Jimi Hendrix. It's very electric. It's very out there. It's very different. It's amazing. Very good skill. And I'm sure REN looks up to Jimi Hendrix, so that's probably why he even put that in the song. It's like, you just want to be like Jimi Hendrix. And he's like, nah, man, it's not like that. He's like, it's just like that. I'm inside you. And there is a little piece of yourself that is selfish like that you do want to be the next. Like people that are reactors, people don't become reactors because like, I could do that like everybody else. No, they do it because they do it because one, they love it, and two, they want to be the best one. Right? Everybody's chasing No Life Shaq. They're all doing it. And we can all sit here and pretend like we're not. Come on, let's be real, we are. And I'll be the first reactor to truth break that fourth wall for you right there. Boom, I just broke it. That's the truth. And if any reactor tells you otherwise, then, bro, they just lied to your face. But, REN's like, no, that's not what I want to be. But there is some truth to that. He does want to be good like Jimi Hendrix because we all strive to be better and we all have people we look up to. So that's why it said that particular thing in that one song, at least in my opinion. Now, this might not be completely to REN's standard and what he wrote the song for. This is how I'm interpreting it. So, let's continue.
Not man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Alright, so right here, he's talking about, we've heard it all before. He's like, nobody wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself, He's like, we've heard it all before, she sells seashells on the seashore, like, you're not original. Well, no musician is completely original. Everybody's taking something from someone else, and it's not considered stealing when you take it and make it better. And in my opinion, REN took a concept here, and he made it better. And for that, that's more amazing than just stealing something from somebody. That's more amazing, actually, than coming up with something creative on your own. If you could take something from someone great and make it better, that's almost as good as creating it yourself.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath it.
And see that, what he just said? You have to have that mindset if you want to make it in anything in life. You have to think you're the best. You have to think you're a genius. You have to believe in yourself. You have to think you're going to shake up the whole world beneath you. Because if not, nobody else is going to think that. What did NF say in that song, Lost? He's like, why would you, if you don't believe in yourself, why would you expect anybody else to? Boom. Perfect example, right? REN just kind of put it down on this song here. Now let's see what kind of rebuttal the evil side's got.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you.
You know how many times I've actually heard people say that on TV? I've heard artists from Britney Spears to Justin Timberlake to any kind of mainstream artist say exactly that sentence. Well, it's all about the creative process and blah, blah, blah. And if you could find something within that, it's just a bonus. No, music is not about the creative process, dude. Music is about more than just that. Anybody who says it's about the creative process is a moron. That's not how music is created. There is no creative process. It just happens. There's not like a 12-step program you get behind to write a song. It's just doesn't work like that. But it's the side trying to mess with him, right? And then he's got a rebuttal.
I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
And then right there, he just kind of conjoins like the good and the bad. And he puts them together and he swallows them down to push them down. But what's going to happen next is different because he goes, newsflash. And all of a sudden, that bad part of him is no longer just the bad part of Ren. That bad part represents every evil that has ever existed since the beginning of time. And we're talking about Satan, Lucifer, the devil. And when he brings this part in and the lights begin to flicker and go insane, ooh, the visuals just give you chills every time.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips.
He says, when you're standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name it is stitched to your lips. Because what's the opposite of a sun? It would be a solar eclipse. Or not, because it's dark. Like it darkens out the light. It's complete darkness and light surrounded. It's almost like a black hole. A black hole probably would have been a better substitute here instead of a solar eclipse. But it makes sense, though. It brings it back around. Okay, he's not just talking about bad Bren anymore. This is like actual pure evil incarnate, like the most evil of evil there is that ever existed is now speaking to us through Ren. And it's scary. It's kind of creepy, really, to be honest.
So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
And if you notice right here, he plays the guitar in a different key, and it sounds super distorted. It's like, and it just doesn't even sound like a key, because it's supposed to be like chaotic, because, the devil, chaos, all that stuff. And notice how when he's playing this transition, the lights quit flickering. They stopped because they were going nuts for a minute. They were like, blah, 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 and then they just stopped. It's calm. And who Ren's about to talk to now is going to blow most people's minds. At least, in my opinion, this is what I think. A lot of people will say, oh, this is the good Ren about to speak. No, I have a difference. I think Ren is about to speak to us. And God himself is speaking through Ren in this particular verse. And this is what makes this such a masterpiece. Because you have that obvious shift, that heaviness, that evil pushing down on you from Satan and Lucifer, that hardcore just evil. And then you hear, I'm going to go back just 15 or 5 seconds, and then this transition when he plays. And then he goes, hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to, be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. And it's a very calming voice. And it's not really Ren. I'll tell you who I think it is, but let's go.
I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still.
And also, if you guys remember at the very beginning of the song, he also started with those two lines. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. Same lines, except these lines are coming from somebody else.
I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm.
Think of the visuals there. Just as soon as one is dry while they stand in the eye of a storm. So it's like you're standing in the eye of a hurricane and you're dry and it's calm, but all around you is nothing but rain and chaos. But you're in the part that's calm. He's bringing in. I'm gonna let it go further because I want to.
I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal.
And this is where he introduces who's talking. He says, you know me, my will is eternal. Now, who do we know whose will is eternal? That would be God. But he gets a little more specific.
And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor.
Wow, that's very specific. He said, face to face with a beast. I will rise from the east, and then I'll set along the ocean floor. This is Revelations. This is Bible talk here. This is talking about Jesus Christ rising and coming back from the east in all of his glory to face the beast, which would be the Antichrist at the end of the world when Armageddon and Judgment Day occur. So now we're bringing up a climax here. This is a climactic thing. Ren's been talking to his demons. Then the devil himself has came to Ren. And now God has come to Ren. Because Ren's about to have what they call an epiphany. And look at there.
And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope.
And a lot of people I've noticed don't stop here. And I'm going to stop on that one because I think that's just a sick bar and a whole sick song. Yeah, he said, I'm the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. That's a powerful statement. That's a powerful image. But it's glorious. Because that moment when you go, oh, wow, this is not the end. This isn't the bottom. I don't have to do this. I can keep going. That voice you hear that says, are you crazy, man? Put that thing down. That's the voice, and the voice is God. And this is what he's portraying here.
And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become.
And right here, Ren's just like, you thought I could sing before. Well, you got another thing coming.
And I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become. When I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind.
Now he's talking about himself. See, now he's beginning to have the epiphany. Now he's talking about himself. So he's saying, when I'm gone, I will rise through the music that I left behind. And this is something that a lot of musicians think about when it comes to later on after they're passed away. Like, what am I going to leave the world? Tupac was very heavy on this. Tupac was always writing music because for some reason he sensed the end was very near for him, and he was correct. But he sat down for hours and hours and hours and wrote as many songs as he could. Things that are still being released this day posthumously, which is insane. So Ren's sitting here he's debating with himself, what am I going to leave the world? And he's about to have this revelation. It's insane.
Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're climbing to different sides.
And right there, so it's also like God also speaking to Satan himself, saying we're just a coin, but we're two different sides. In other words, as long as I exist, you will always exist. As long as there's good, there will always be evil. As long as there's light, there will always be darkness. The yin, the yang, right? It's just always got to even itself out. And so Ren has that final, like I said, epiphany. And he explains it way better than anybody else can, so I'm just going to let him say it to everybody. But before, he's got to spaz out here. And what I feel like this represents, just in my opinion, It's like after he's went through all that, talking to the bad side, the good side speaking, then, like like the devil himself, Lucifer speaking. Then you have God speaking. And now it's like this right here represents, it's part of the beginning of the song, but it also to me represents, it's like he's being filled with the Holy Spirit. And he just starts wailing. And it's almost like something you would hear being cast all across the universe. It just sounds like something you would hear deep in space somewhere. It's just sick. Pretty sick. I like that part. And here's his epiphany right here.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis.
This is true, actually. I now do know that he does suffer from autoimmunity. The first time I heard this, I had no idea what in the world he was talking about because I didn't know who he was. And he suffered from psychosis. And I don't know, I'm sure you guys have looked at this before. I didn't even know this, but he has apparently penned this very long comment underneath there. Or there was a long comment under here, I thought. But maybe he removed it because this is just the chorus. I mean, not the chorus, but the lyrics. But there used to be a comment underneath where he kind of talked about this a little bit more in depth, but maybe it got deleted or something, I don't know.
As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast.
That's one of the most deepest things I've ever heard anyone ever say, ever. Because it just makes sense. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow it casts. So the brighter the light, the more of the shadow it's going to cast. The dark, and it's like they say, when you're doing very well in life, when the light's shining from you, where does in religion, where does the devil go? He follows the brightest one. He wants to corrupt the brightest one. If you're doing well in life, trust me, a lot of bad things are going to happen to you. And they're not going to be fun. And it's just going to be a way to try to ruin your happiness. But you just got to learn how to block that stuff out. You have to learn how to take it with a grain of salt and move on. You have to learn how to laugh about it. You just have to learn how to keep going. But this epiphany here is just brilliant.
It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier.
This is so true. As somebody who was about to be 34 years old, I have noticed in life, the longer I live, that the more I've softened, quit being so hard, trying to be all gangster and all that, the more I've softened and just became like a regular person and showed emotions when I have them, the easier things seem to be. If you're always trying to be this hardcore, nothing affects you, nothing phases you kind of guy, you're going to have a big breakdown one day, bro. And it's not going to be pretty. And I've noticed that the more I fight something with it, the more I just, instead of just letting things go, letting things pass, the harder they are. And like you said, it is like a dance. It
is this eternal dance.
Yeah, the eternal dance. It's what it is. You're eternally dancing with evil, good and evil. And you have to be able to somehow dance, right? So if you're going to dance, you got to be able to do it. And how do you dance well? Well, you have to relax. You can't be stepping on everybody's feet all the time, trying to dance. You have to relax. And that's one part of life that people don't seem to understand. You have to learn how to relax. When things bother you, just don't let it bother you too much. Just relax. Because if there's nothing you can do about it, there's no reason to worry. Relax. And it's really good advice, man.
That separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
And that's so true what he just said. We have to remember we are human beings. And this song kind of makes you proud to be a human being in a way. Because it makes you understand, yeah, you're not an angel, you're not a demon, you're not a god, but as a human being, some of the emotions and things that we go through, in life, and the things that we have in life, it makes us different than them. Like, we can do some things that angels and demons can't do. Some things gods can't do, we can do. We feel things that they can't feel. And so instead of being jealous of them, maybe they're a little jealous of us. You ever think of that? But yeah, we must not forget that we are human. And that's the importance I think that he really wanted to leave us with in that song, was just don't forget that you're a human being. And that everybody around you is walking around and breathing just like you are. And we're all fighting this big fight called life together. And that if that little piece of wisdom right there can help you out even just the slightest, please take advantage of it. Guys, if you enjoyed this review of High Ren by Ren that I did, specifically, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know you enjoy content like this, and I'll do it more in the future. I'll talk for hours if I need to, but I really don't want to talk for hours, but I know I'd bore you guys to death. But I just had to redo this because the first reaction I did to this, I did it no justice. And I was like a chicken with its head cut off. I was running around wondering, what in the hell what is going on in the song? Like, I wouldn't shut up long enough to notice what was going on. It's the problem. I had to correct it. So I had to do this. So guys, if you enjoyed this, like I said, leave a comment. If there's anything else you want me to do a review of or whatever, because there are songs I've heard before. I don't live under a rock. I do hear music sometimes when I'm not on YouTube. So with that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take it easy. Much love. Peace.